Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy, Red Arrow, back in the building. And we're doing a reaction to Kingdoms Come Deliverance 2. Only thing I would say about this game is that I wish it was in third person. Because it definitely seemed like a fun game. So let's get into the trailer. Because it's bringing about like knights.
I have concluded a very fragile truce with Sigismund. And if anyone should disrupt my plans with headstrong acts of violence, there will be consequences.
I like how you
I intend to wage war, not parley.
Everything all right, eh?
We need more people. The best thing would be to recruit from your old comrades.
Well, if they're not already swinging on the gallows somewhere.
The gallows.
Will you help us, Henry?
It's definitely giving me that vibe of Assassin's Creed. And this is like, I definitely want to play it because it's like more knights and Robin Hoods. So you're going back to medieval times with the swords and the bows, crossbows, bows. And the wizard. They might have a wizard in here. Oh yeah, so they got both bows. They got the crossbow and the regular bow. I like that. And they're not just putting one in there. The same with the swords and the daggers and the axes.
I like that boy already.
Ah, so that's where the gameplay? Okay. Alright, let's watch the dev. I had a dev I wanted to. I was gonna make that into another video, but you know, let's go ahead and just put them together. What the heck? I was about to say, ain't this payday?
Welcome to 15th century Bohemia, where civil war runs rampant across medieval Europe, and clashing steel and armor is just part of day-to-day life. Here to talk about all things Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is international PR manager from...
Hopefully they show more gameplay. I mean, it is gameplay. I mean, show more on the creation suit.
Warhorse Studio, Toby Stoltzvilling. Welcome!
Hello, thank you for having me.
You brought... you came bearing gifts, somewhat. This is the collector's edition, which was just revealed. It's clearly very impressive. These two are not included, unfortunately, but a lot of stuff is included. Can you kind of show us what comes in the box?
Well, it's very precious, so I took my guard. I see you guys eyes here, but hey, it's a collector's edition, of course, with the great stuff in there. However, all those items are actually have some connection to the game. So, of course, Henry on a horse, Pebbles, right? The main character of the game with exchangeable weapons. So either you have the St. George here killing the dragon. Well, there's no good dragon in KCD, of course. But if you want to do that, or rather have Henry with a little sword, that's cool. However, this letter here also has some. It's not some, hey, thank you for having us and thank you for buying the collector's edition. That's actually a letter. You know, in KCD 1, the game ends with you getting a letter which you are supposed to carry to that castle and ask the lords if they're on your side or not. In KCD 2, you still have that letter, but in the beginning, everything goes south, you lose it. You theoretically know what's inside, but you never open it. However, if you have the collector's edition, then you get the real deal, the real letter, and you will actually find out what the lords of Rattay and so on, what they actually want from you. Oh. No spoilers.
No spoilers.
Get it yourself.
I love that. It's kind of like an invitation into the game almost.
Absolutely. And of course, last but not least, a map of Kuttenberg, Kutna Horror, because that one is the big addition to Kingdom Come Deliverance, and also it was the biggest challenge to put in the game because it has thousands of NPCs there with daily cycles.
You built a
and
city.
everything. Absolutely.
Impressive. Also, is there a lock on there?
Well, there's a love and hate relationship with our lockpicking mechanism. So I said, hey, you know what? Let's put a lockpicking mechanism on top. Don't worry, everyone. Right? You don't have to put out your lockpicks and start to do something there. It's just like a memento.
I love it. This is a very
of harder
thoughtful
times.
collector's edition. Now let's take a look at the game itself. You just showed off gameplay very recently. We've got I believe a chunk of it to check out here. Set the stage. What's going on for us here? What's going on?
So first of all, we're seeing here something is going on. They want to hang someone, actually someone from the Devil's Pack, because in KCD2 now, Henry can't deal with the things himself anymore. He needs a group of friends. In KCD1, you're pretty much alone and just dealing with local nobles and bandits and I don't know what. In KCD2 now, you're going in the bigger stages where kings are involved, where armies are involved. And Henry, I sometimes say that in KCD1, Henry was the champion of the Sunday League, and now in KCD2, he's like supposed to play in the Premier League, but well, he knows the sport, but he needs to learn more and get bigger and better. And he will quickly realize that he needs friends and that he needs a gang to push everything forward. And the poor fellow we saw there is Komar or Mosquito, and he didn't look that well, but let's see how that's going on.
Now we've got the map pulled up here. How big is this compared to the original?
Well, it really depends. I mean, we say twice the size. However, it depends which numbers you're comparing there. But generally, two big maps. One is a tiny bit smaller, one is a tiny bit bigger. One is more countryside, as you can see here. Deep forests, huge sandstone formation, really wonderful. This reminds us a little bit of KCD1, of course, because someone said that we have the nicest forests there are in video games. But the second map is the one that will invite you to Kutna Hora, which is today a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and that will be more industrious. There will be silver mining going on. The armies and the kings and everyone will be there.
And we have some gameplay a little further on that's going to show all the NPCs and how they interact with Henry. But what's going on right now? What's I guess what are we doing in town right now?
Like the
Absolutely.
red.
So this is one of the earlier quests in the game where you have to find a few guys which you heard they're here somewhere around this pub playing dice with the local people here. However, dice and any sort of gambling, of course, is a problem today, was a problem back in the time, so he got into some trouble with these fellows here, and they will tell you, hey, yeah, we know where you do this, just follow us in a few seconds, he's right around the corner. The point is that the game is a tiny little bit more talkative, let's say, right? Everyone has a lot of things to say. However, you can't skip those things. You don't have to do that. You can delve into it, but there's always a way how to get to the end really quickly. And we are now trying to find that guy that owes us.
Okay. Now, it's a role-playing game. Choices matter. Tell us about that. Tell us about the branching path and player choice here.
Oh, yeah. So, in KCD, it's really not about the 100 different endings or whatever. The point is how you get there. That's important, right? Every quest, not every, most of them, many of them, can be solved in different ways. That means, well, Spartacus sword ahead or speech dialogue, speech skill and so on. Well, of course, that's not unique. Other games have this as well. However, your choices will absolutely and will change the outcome of the quest and the way how they play through. For instance, you spare some dudes that are apparently trying to attack you and kill you. You don't know who they are. You spare them. They run off, and later in the game you might meet them, and they might actually help you because those guys weren't bad. They were just it was a bad misunderstanding. However, if you cut them right away, then of course they will be gone and so on. But these are the small ones. There can be big things, moral choices where Henry really decides.
I wonder if they got a
who lives
demo
and who
of it.
dies, and
Now,
that's big.
it looks like Henry's gotten himself in deep doo-doo, actually. Tell us about this. Where are we?
Yeah.
We found that dude that owes us, and we were apparently not the only one who he owed to. So he said, yeah, we have that dude here, who sank in pig shit, unfortunately, behind the local pub. So poor Henry had to crawl through the doo-doo and get him out there because he had something on him, a precious bow, and the dudes want the bow, but Henry is like, no, guys, I went through the doo-doo, that's my precious element now, and in a few seconds combat will start.
Now, do you need to have played the first game to jump into this one?
We tried extremely hard, and I hope we nailed it, to make sure that you absolutely do not need to know anything about Kingdom Come Deliverance in order to enjoy the second game. In the beginning, we tell you the bare necessary information. This is you, that's your friend, this is the letter, that's the castle you have to go. Good luck, have fun. The rest is coming with nightmares Henry is having. They're in dialogues that will tell you, hey, listen, how did this and that turned out, and so on. And these things will be slowly but steadily brought to you, never with fist in your face, but really smoothly, so that even old fans of the genre of KCD will not feel like, oh, dude, I saw that already, I'm bored.
Very nice. Full disclosure, I checked out the first game. I'm very early in it, but the second one is what got my attention. So I'm doing a little bit of research ahead of time. But let's talk about the combat here.
Absolutely. So we are still trying to depict the historical martial arts from Central Europe or Middle Ages in Europe generally. And we had real sword fighters in the studio and mace fighters and so on who showed us how it's supposed to look like. We told them why this is not possible in a video game, because you need those broad moves and everything. But still, I think we have a very good compromise and the closest you can get to actual sword fighting. However, in KCD1, people said, some of the feedback was it's easy to learn but hard to master. We nailed the hard to master, the easy to learn not so much. So in KCD2, like with everything else we did in the first part, we smoothed it out, made it nicer and just easier and more accessible. So even the combat was revamped. It's still an evolution, not a revolution. It's the same as it was before, just more accessible with more options to choose from.
The choice is a big part of this, and we're seeing some of the different ways you can approach stuff in this montage right here. We got a glimpse of a crossbow, we got some stealth, we saw a firearm.
Absolutely, and we also saw that it can go super south when you're like in the stocks there. So the early gunpowder weapons is something that became slowly but steadily popular on medieval battlefields around 1403, a bit earlier, a bit later. So this is something that we also added to the game. However, KCD is not becoming a shooter all of a sudden. Very important. It's still an RPG which focuses on melee combat. However, those super weapons, let's call them super weapons, is more something like a ultimate weapon, right? You fire once, you kill him in one shot, and then you switch to your melee weapon and go ahead. And to make this a little bit easier, we made it easier also for players to change weapons in combat and so on, that you can really have kind of sets that you can pre-prepare and so on to make it just more smoother and feel better.
Now, what's Henry up to? We just saw him. He was in. He got covered in pig excrement. What is that? How does that affect his reputation and his experience in the game?
So the goal is that all the NPCs in the world are living and breathing health. They do something, they go somewhere, and they will react to you as well. So if you are covered in pig excrement, then they will react to you. They will say, dude, you stink, or stealth will be harder, or the speech skill will be harder to pass, and so on. So these things really affect you, and you as Henry, or you as the gamer, have to then take care of yourself. Don't be afraid. This is not a survival game all of a sudden as well. It's like these little elements there, the details that make this game so great and so immersive, because that is what we want actually. You see on screen that Henry is going through doo-doo, so of course he's supposed to be dirty and stinky and whatever and needs to take care of it. So where to go? Bathhouse.
What are the different options here? We don't have to go into that right now, I suppose, but it's a mature game. I want to talk about the historical accuracy, because I get the sense you've done a little bit of research into how things used to be.
Absolutely. So everything we do is based on, well, we want to make it as authentic as possible. So this is still not a simulation, and this is not a 100% realistic, that's exactly how it was. It's the closest we can get in the limitations we have creating a video game. And that is what we do first and foremost. But we have a full-time historian in the team. She's working with museums, the mayor of Gutenberg himself, reenactors, universities, and so on, and gather this information from those people who know this infinitely better than us. And then together we're coming up with the best possible compromise to still be fun, interesting gameplay and so on, and push everything forward. So yeah, we're trying to make it authentic, but keep in mind it's just a video game.
Now, it's also a very cinematic video game. I appreciate that it's all first person, but then we get to see Henry from the outside. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Absolutely. I think, well, it's of course an action RPG, but the story part, the epic story that we are trying to tell there is, in my opinion, the bread and butter of the game. It's like a playable Netflix series or something like that. Really, it's really epic. You can change the outcomes. You can have your impact in that. You can see how everything turns out, and it's full of cinematics and cutscenes, of course, to make this interesting, make it awesome, and give you this feel of this bombastic, epic experience you can have there. So that's definitely a big thing.
Now, tell us a little bit about Kuttenberg. How much time will Henry spend getting to know the city, and what kind of adventures are we going to have?
Kuttenberg was definitely the biggest challenge for us as a team. It has hundreds of buildings, thousands of NPCs, so we've never done anything like that. And for the guys who played KCD1 and maybe can remember Rattay, well, Rattay is just a street in Kuttenberg, so this is like, that was a huge thing for us. And Henry, of course, and it's occupied by the invading king, so danger is everywhere around. It's a huge medieval city that is a silver mining town, so it's rich, so there's riches to go and find, adventure to find, and a lot of side quests, mini games, dark alleys. And as I said, the invading king is sitting there right now, and as you are part of a guerrilla force, maybe you have to do a lot of guerrilla tactics there.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
Well, Toby, thank you so much for joining us. Step into the grooves of Henry of Skalitz when Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 comes to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series consoles.
I'm hoping they do another one. They said it don't come out until next year in February of 2025. Let me know your thoughts. If y'all played Kingdom Come Deliverance, the first one, how y'all like it? This will go down probably be the second video game that I kind of wish it was third person. I might. It's getting me there. It's just like Indiana Jones, where it's like, it's in that, I don't know, it's like in that 50-50 realm where it's like, I do want to play it, but that first person part is going to irritate me. I don't know. For some reason, I don't like first person games. I just never could get into them. And I'm really so irritated at Indiana Jones. I'm hoping that you can swap it from first to third. If not, I'm still probably am gonna play it. It's Indiana Jones. Let me know your thoughts. Y'all think I should play this game? I thought in the first game you can create your character, and I think in the second one you can too. They're just not talking about it yet. But we're gonna get more trailers. I feel like if we don't get no trailers, it's probably gonna be by December is when we're gonna start getting them. More trailers on Deliverance, Kingdom Come. Because I think the Game Awards showcases in December, where they show more games and they show other games that they in the product owner works on, and new trailers of different other games. I'm excited. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and while y'all down there, make sure y'all get your arrow, get your bow, shoot at the light, shoot it. It's your boy, Red Arrow, the Archer of Truth. Make sure y'all shoot your arrows at the like button, subscribe button, become a member. We hit the road to 8,000. I mean, I say 8,000. 800. I'm at 179 subscribers. And then I'm trying to get on my React with Arrow 100 subscribers. We're at 58 right now. So if y'all enjoying the content on both channels, y'all enjoying it, make sure y'all shoot y'all arrow at the like button to show me that y'all appreciate it. And I definitely thank y'all for rocking out with me in this journey, because I'm gonna be real. When I was at like probably maybe 40 or 30 subscribers, at that time I was still doing YouTube, but I wasn't taking it serious. And then when I started settling it down and getting really real with it, I started actually taking it serious. And I'm like, man, the grind is real. I'm going to start putting in more work on this and stuff. And I thank every one of y'all that's subscribed to. I'm messing up. I want to thank everybody for becoming arrowheads with your boy through this journey from when I first started doing YouTube to now. Like, I can't even believe it. I'm at 179 subscribers. It's crazy. Going on about to be 800. Or me. Yeah, 800. Your boy trying to get that that's the goal for this year, and that's my goal milestones for each year is to get better with my YouTube editing, better with my gameplay videos, better with all my stuff on YouTube. And my milestones, it just goes year by year by year. So once I hit 800 subscribers, I want to reach my next one, 900 subscribers, and then so on and so on both channels. And I thank y'all for rocking with me from my lowest videos. And you can see I've been putting, even with my thumbnails, I've been putting in work with my thumbnails, where I used to just have shitty thumbnails. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna sit there and lie to y'all. Y'all my arrowheads. I'm not gonna lie to my fans. I started out with shitty ass thumbnails, and then I slowly start getting better and better and better now. Cause like, if you look at my thumbnails from back then, you'd be like, oh yeah, this is the guy we're subscribed to now looking at him. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I say it's 50-50 with my thumbnails. I have some thumbnails that I feel like that is bomb fire. And then I have some thumbnails that's like, I like them, but they're just not there. So yeah, I just wanted to do this little small thing and say thank y'all for rocking with your boy, and more content coming soon. Star Wars coming out, we're gonna play that. Assassin's Creed Shadows, when that comes out, we're gonna be playing it. Having more WWE Universe mode videos. My Rise, we're gonna have some of that still going. I'm in the works of doing my review for Batman Caped Crusader. I'm still working on a couple videos for that, so I'll be getting them out soon. And I'm still thinking about other ideas on other projects that I'm working on right now. So thank y'all for rocking with your boy. That's being said, it's your boy, the Archer of Truth. Who's out? Take care.
Make sure y'all get y'all arrow. Pull that boy, shoot it right at the like button, subscribe button, and become a member of the Arrowheads.